Today, Jesus says, I am the vine, you are the branches. Just as a branch cannot bear fruit on its own unless it remain on the vine, so neither can you unless you remain in me. An author, Isaac Villegas, tells the story of the vines in his yard. The vines behind my house creep along a fence, then trespass into my neighbor's yard to crawl on a roof of a tool shed and jump into the tree canopy. There is a wildness to vines, which Jesus offers as a metaphor for his movement in the world. Wildness is an apt metaphor for following Jesus. Paul, in the first reading, was not accepted into the company of believers in Jerusalem. After all, he did persecute the followers of Jesus. How were these followers to accept Paul? So Barnabas stood up for Paul, told of his being knocked off his horse, and a voice, Jesus, told him to preach that Jesus is the Christ. After Barnabas's witness, Paul was finally accepted. It was a wild ride for Paul and the other disciples. Mary McGlone says, by using the image of vine and branches, Jesus explains that we are an intimate, inextricable part of him and one another. The image lures us to explore the depths of our connection to the God of life. We are asked today if we will be fruitful vines, remaining tied closely to Jesus, the vine, or will we wither and die? We must continually choose each day to be fruitful branches, hooked intimately to the vine. Today, we have 6 First Communions. These young people are choosing to follow Jesus, the vine, in their lives. It is our part to help these children grow in their faith so they can live it well. We pray that they will become fruitful branches of the vine, Jesus. We remain fruitful branches. We will experience the wildness of Paul, Mary Magdalene, Peter, and all the early disciples. Maybe not to the degree that Paul felt, but it will be there. If we look over our own lives, there are always these unexpected happenings, and our lives change dramatically. We make plans for our lives. Someone comes along, and we marry, have children, make friends, work in a job we like, enter religious life. Then it all changes. We lose our job. A pandemic hits and we wonder if we will be able to stay in our homes. We have to flee violence in our home country and become refugees and immigrants. There is conflict in the family. We get sick. Someone we never expected dies way too young. All kinds of things happen in our lives for which we never planned. Yet if we stay part of the vine, we can experience these changes as helps to further intimacy and trust in Jesus. Although some of these changes are filled with sorrow and grief, we are led by the vine Jesus to resurrection and to joy. So let us be wild as Jesus the vine is wild. Let us love as Jesus the vine loves. Let us open ourselves to newness and to new people and accept all the other branches in this community of faith, trust, and wildness. Let us follow Jesus, the wild vine, into newness of life, love, and joy.